Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a quick review on a foundation I've been using recently. I consider it technically my new holy grail foundation. So here's my quick review. Here is the foundation that I want to talk a little bit about today. And it is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. This is the packaging for it. So as you can see, it's a purple and gold box. And it just says Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup, and it's 30 milliliters. Now, it does have like a few different things at the back here that it promises to do. I take it as a promise because it's written on the back for you. So it says things like for all skin types, it's 15-hour staying power, it won't transfer in clothes, it'll hold up through heat and humidity, and it's buildable coverage, and they say it's like a medium coverage. I find this a little bit more on the high side, which is good. Like, I was definitely in the market for a higher coverage foundation. I was coming from using something like Matchmaster, which is a great coverage, but this one is definitely a little bit higher coverage. So I find that I can wear this one a little bit more easier or more freeing without concealer versus the Matchmaster, which I felt like I would need a little bit of concealer on those tired days. Whereas this one, it's such buildable coverage that depending on the day, I can just be like, okay, no concealer kind of thing. So I really enjoy that fact of it. Now in terms of applying it, there's a lot of people that will have their own methods of applying it. Some people say beauty blender works best for them, or some people say their fingers, some people say their brush. So I actually went with the advice from the Sephora associate, and she let me know to use a brush. And the brush that she recommended was the Pro Foundation Sephora brush, and I'll just show you how. And this is how it looks. So it's just like this. It's a little bit, of course, it has my foundation on it, so that's what you're seeing. But this is the brush, Pro Foundation Sephora, and I was about $40 or so for this. The actual foundation itself was $46 plus tax, and that's Canadian currency, so it might be different depending on your currency code. The other debate that I had was, primer or no primer. Personally, I don't really usually use primer with foundations, but I like to use primer with this one specifically. So the one that I use is the Smashbox Photo Primer, and this personally, I really like how my foundation goes on a little bit smoother with this primer underneath it. Before with foundations, I usually didn't use primers as much unless it was like a special occasion I really need my face intact. But like on a normal work day, I don't usually find the need to put on a primer. But with this foundation, I feel it goes on a little bit smoother with it. So I've been using that quite a bit more since I've been using this foundation. In terms of the coverage, I really enjoy this coverage. It will last me for most of the day. I've never tried to wear it for 15 hours before, mind you. The most I think I've ever worn foundation at a time is about let's say up to 10 hours. And I come home, yes, I can probably just blot at work, but I never do. I usually just when I'm in my car, I notice, okay, my skin could use a little bit of a blot, but it's not excessive. It's not something someone will look at you and be like, oh wow, your skin is really oily. So just a little piece of advice. It is pretty good in terms of the coverage. I've been using it consecutively now for the last few months, as I mentioned, and I like it so much that I did stock up during the VIB Rouge sale as well. Well, now in terms of how it feels on your skin, everyone has different skin, so it's difficult to say, this feels the way on my skin, so it's going to feel the same way on yours. But in my opinion, the great thing about this foundation is it definitely has me washing my face completely every single night instead of using just makeup wipes, because when I wear this foundation, I can feel it on my skin, and that just motivates me more to just want to wash it off completely versus just using a makeup wipe. And that's just my opinion. Everyone, as I said, is a little bit different. If you find that you don't have to wash your face after, you can still use the wipe, be comfortable with that. But for me personally, I guess it's because I'm coming from a little bit more lower coverage foundations where I feel it a lot more on my skin and I have to wash my face. So that speaks a little bit about how it might feel on your skin. Not saying that it's a bad feeling. It doesn't feel super heavy, like something's weighing you down, but you can definitely feel it. One of the cons of this foundation is that there is no pump. This is how it looks, and if you open it, like you get right into the foundation. And obviously if you have to constantly like squeeze it out, I usually just use my hand here and I just like dump it out here and I'll just dab with my brush and apply it. But one of the cons there is that you find that you use a lot more than necessary, because obviously if you go like this, especially when it's fresh, a lot comes out and then you can't really control it to put it back in the bottle. So that ends up being a little bit of a waste. I did hear that you can purchase a pump that will fit right on, and it's by MAC. So if you are into doing that, definitely go ahead if it's something that really bothers you. For me, I did go through the bottle a little bit quicker than I expected, just because of probably its lack of a pump. Overall though, I will continue to use this, especially on the nights I'm going out. I really like the coverage. The color matches, which is, you know, that takes a lot in itself to find a foundation that matches your skin tone and you don't have to like blend it with a whole bunch of other ones. It looks great on camera. It looks great on like when I'm filming as well. So I definitely recommend this. And this is probably like one of my only products from Estee Lauder. I have to admit, I had one lipstick which was actually purchased for me as a gift before, and I still have it. It's like a purple lipstick, but besides that, I've never really tried their products. To be fair, I didn't really think that they had a lot of products for women of color. So finding this is actually really helpful, and I actually got my mom in this foundation as well, and she loves it. So just to speak highly of the product and how it actually goes on your skin, I haven't had any breakouts from it. It doesn't like clog my pores as it says, like it doesn't do any of that. So something for you to try out if you're in the market for a new foundation. Definitely recommend it to give it a try. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!